What's up, people? It's me, King Vigo. You know why you clicked onto this video. Question is, what happened to Uncharted? You know? And the horrible truth is that, well, apart from the fact that the main series with Nathan Drake finished, is that we'll never get. Well, it's very unlikely that we'll get another like Uncharted game, like fully fledged. We'll maybe get a spin-off. I'd say it's a safe bet, maybe. But unfortunately, I find it very hard to believe us like getting another one, and it's hard because I've played Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm playing this right now, which is the only one I haven't actually finished. Playing it on Legacy of Thieves collection, on my new PS5, which I got recently. It's cool. And these games are like some of my favorite games. I really like these kind of like games. I'm a big fan of Tomb Raider, and as you know, people used to say this is kind of like the male Tomb Raider series, but it goes beyond that. So it's unfortunate that some of these series limit themselves to a certain amount of games, sometimes. And I get it. Stories has to finish. I mean, look at Devil May Cry. That's actually a worse scenario because they have like the fifth game, it opens up to a it could have a fifth entry, but they've limited themselves,
Did you find something? Nothing. We're okay.
This game, like Uncharted, is a bit different. They finished it, and the horrible fact is they're going to keep releasing remasters. So if you're hoping that maybe there's going to be a new chapter in Nathan Drake's life, I find it very unlikely, unfortunately. And that's kind of the state of gaming at the moment. We're only getting remasters. Like, look at the PS5 generation. Remastered. Look, they couldn't be bothered to like do anything on Horizon Zero Dawn. They've done a Lego game. They made a game that came on the PS4 as well. And he's not getting shot here, but oh, for fuck's sake! We're getting like I'm doing these guys real quick. Okay, shoot that with him. Anyway, I digress. The game right now is literally it literally describes how we feel about how I feel about Uncharted as a whole.
Shit.
It's just like they're just pulling out everything. They're just like always like re-releasing the same stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they re-released Uncharted 1, 2, 3 in like a remaster or remake. That's maybe what we'll get, which I don't mind the idea of. It's not like the games feel dated or anything, but like,
Clear. Good.
but they'll like, they kind of like show that age a little bit, okay, and then again, shown that what's happening in this industry. Literally, this collection. Can I like access this? No. Yo. What's going on? Okay.
Symbol. Not
Like,
one of the
this
three
collection,
we're looking for, but it matches.
It literally
the
like
one
represents
that's shiny
what's
bit.
happening in the industry, especially like last like couple of years, especially with the generation of the PS5. So many remasters. They just don't know how to make new games anymore, new exciting games. They always re-releasing the same franchises, Like as I said, Horizon Zero Dawn. They can make another one. They re-released like as a remaster Horizon Zero Dawn, the original, which didn't really need a remaster. These games barely deal with difference, except that, of course, maybe being able to be at 120 FPS, which is an improvement. To be fair, you can't really say anything against that. But Uncharted, I'm really just going out of the not really like remaining in the same, talking about the same thing here. Uncharted, it's stuck. Okay, so why are they gonna get remakes, remasters, spin-offs, and they could have revived the series, and maybe there'd be maybe a bit more chance of something more happening if they had
This one
if the movie
arms
went
dealer
well.
demanded to speak to the man in charge, then tried backing out when I
Well,
informed him I was running the show.
It didn't,
What did you do?
unfortunately.
Broke both his legs.
So
You're not kidding.
I'm not
Just trying to
surprised
level the playing field.
they
Boss,
used
don't
Tom
trust
Holland. I mean, you know, he's short, but like he just doesn't have charisma like
Can't you just
As
walk away? Be
to
done
play.
with Shoreline?
someone like
I was
Nathan
born
Drake.
into it.
I mean, like he
I don't
has
have a
the
choice.
charisma to play a movie like
There's
obviously
always
Spider-Man.
a choice.
But that movie, like, it's called action, but it's just not. It wasn't Uncharted, dude. Oh, by the way, mind the awful gameplay. I'm literally like speaking and playing at the same time. This will be my first like proper YouTube video. Like normally I've just like streamed and stuff like that. But it's like it's not. It's a bit sad, you know. Like games like Uncharted, we won't see that many of them anymore. You know, these like genre-defining games, you know. And on Max, we'll see of this series I really enjoy. Hell, I've played Uncharted 4 2 times, completed 2 times. Once on the PS4, again on the PS4. Now probably finish it another time on here. Someone shouting outside. So yeah, it's just like sad, you know. And I don't know where the fuck I'm going, to be honest. I think I went around the whole map for zero reason. By the way, that's fine. Accept it. And like, I also wanted just to say something else, like changing subject about how this generation has been bad. It hasn't been that good, okay? It's literally like how I feel about the Series S as a whole. It's quite just it feels like we're playing PS4 games, but just like boosted, you know, like this game right now, like Uncharted. I said Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, perfect example of what's
Wait,
happening
hold
again.
on. Small squad of rebels here.
Got it. Confusing? I thought I heard something outside. And trying to get to objective, it was. We're gonna skip these guys. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not speaking right now, I'm just trying to get to the objective. Spark the conversation a bit more. But as I was saying, this generation lackluster mostly. There have been some gems, Astro, Demon Souls. I mean, what else? What else would there be? There would be. I'm trying to think right now. Final Fantasy like 16, 7 Rebirth, Helldivers. There have actually been some good like next generation games, but since they're so stuck to the same franchise, they want to like end up making new franchises, and they're just stuck doing that, rehashing the same ideas and making the same kind of games, over the shoulder kind of games like God of War. There's a reason why God of War Ragnarok, I haven't actually finished it yet. I haven't. Because it's the same
I'm just gonna take a look
kind
around.
of experience,
keep an eye
like
out.
all the other games, just like you just walking around with dialogue, not playing,
Another one.
just more of the same. Okay? And I've kind of gone bored with that. I feel like I don't feel like I'm the only one.
Building up my calluses this trip.
And that's what's going to happen to Uncharted, is that because they're too scared, because the games are too expensive now, they're going to rehash the same Uncharted. They're going to remake. They're going to do like this. This is what's going to happen probably. If it gets to the point where
my thinking cap.
they just don't like what's happening. They don't want to like spend like 200 million, because that's how expensive games are now. But apparently 200 million on like a new project, on like, because they're just too scared, they'll spend that 200 million on making like a remake of the first Uncharted, and then they'll make the second one, and then they'll just go like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if
Similar to that lock
we
mechanism
get
I saw earlier. More involved. Huh.
okay, I'm sorry,
Style
if we get like a God of War remake. Okay, my bad. I wouldn't be surprised. So, what the fuck is on with this puzzle? And that just like shows the kind of state we are in, you know. Plus, the AAA industry is like shit at the moment. You get these games that come out, but then for you actually to wait to get the full complete experience, you have to wait like a year, because they have to patch it. I mean, Cyberpunk literally is a definition of that. They released a game that was half-baked because they had to meet some deadline, and then the game became good after a while. It's like, so I don't spend money on games up front anymore. You're just not buying the full experience yet. You have to wait like a year, and that's not cool. Oh wait, I understand what I need to do. And you know, it's unfortunate. Really, it is unfortunate. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes with the industry at the moment. What they're gonna do with Uncharted. They might actually make another movie, to be fair. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I guess, but like, I don't know what to say, to be honest, apart from that. There was one other thing I wanted to say, though. Apart from the fact that I can't do this puzzle for some fucking reason. You know, I'm just gonna leave this puzzle because I actually
Shit. Can't squeeze through these.
can't really think at the moment. I'm not even supposed to do this, am I? Yeah, I'm not. So, I also want to say about re-emphasize
Thank
for
you
obviously
for
all
your
those people
indulgence.
who clicked in for Uncharted, for the gaming industry. Unfortunately, another example is like Assassin's Creed. Actually, no. There is one thing I want to say. It's really important. Okay? Is that now games, you're not just like not getting games physically anymore. You are buying keycards, Nintendo Switch, and they're more expensive as well for keycards. You're not just getting priced by not getting the game physically. You're buying still license. You are giving more power to these corporations. By that, like they get more power, we're not giving them shit, and they're charging you more to give them more power for you to gain less, right? Because you notice 10 years, the Nintendo Switch 2 keycards, they stop working. Those games that you have in your collection that you collected, they'll be worth nothing. the consoles will be worth nothing. I don't think it will happen, but there will be a future maybe where, you know, Nintendo Switch 2 won't be playable. Some things just won't be playable at all. And it's horrendous to see. And that mixed with the fact that we know what's happened to the crew. These companies now make these online only games. So then you person, like who maybe you're like playing a game that's old every once in a while, you know. Literally, was I playing a bit not too long ago, which was old. For example, I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts, or like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. These games still work. You know? They work like a charm. Now obviously there's not as many people on them and shit. But if you want to, you can still play them because you put your hard earned money for them, or people will sell them or whatever. But those active, they're always going to be there. Remind you of lost time that's not with us anymore, you know. We're not in 2004. Hell, I was born in 2005, so I don't remember much of it. Like, we can't do that. We won't have the choice to do that. We want to, like, maybe in 10 years, we want to be like, okay, let's play some Crew. Is it lagging? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my, like, recording. Trying to see if it lags. Oh, wow. It's actually lagging, dude. Crazy. Alright. Let's see one more thing before we go. I want to say that we won't even have the option in the future to play the games that we grew up with, because they might be all dead or not inaccessible because they're all online based, and that's a really sad future. Or maybe just you won't even be able to hold the games that you used to play, that we play now. Like some would just be digital only. For example, Alan Wake was the start of that. So yeah. Alright, so that's all to be honest I have to say right now. It was short, and was it like 17 minutes? 18 minutes? I'll definitely like hash it down and make it look a little bit nicer and stuff. But it is what it is with this like industry right now. It's sad. What's happened to Uncharted, what's happened to all games as a whole, these old ass games, and yeah. Peace out. If you like these kind of videos, or I'll be posting just normal gameplay videos of me talking, playing and reacting to a game. Subscribe, like. You know, this will be my first video, so hopefully the quality isn't horrendous. So yeah, peace out.